What's happening? In this video, I'm going to talk about the benefits of selling your house off market versus selling it on market, which is typically done with a real estate agent. So let's break this. Let's break that down. What is the market? Well, typically, um, when someone goes to sell their house, they're going to hire a real estate agent. That means the agent's going to come out. They're going to do their due diligence. They're going to provide some comparables of the most recent houses that are sold in the area that are comparable in terms of square footage, proximity, bedrooms and bathrooms. Those are generally going to be your basics. And then at that point, you sign a listing agreement with that particular agent, and then they're going to upload that information into the MLS, which is the multiple listing service. And this is basically just a database that shares information in between agents. This is basically how we cooperate and we work together. Property goes up for sale with all the details. If another agent has a specific buyer for the home, he'll do his due diligence through the property and show that property and write an offer for it. That's typically how agents work with each other through the multiple listing service. So that's what we call basically on the market. Sometimes you'll hear for sale by owners say that, yeah, my house is available for sale, it's on the market. Typically, what they mean is if they hadn't hired a real estate agent, the house is more than likely advertised through Zillow, Craigslist, Realtor.com, any place other than the multiple listing service, which indicates that they got professional representation. So at that point, if they don't have an agent, you can kind of consider that off market or gray area if you say that. Um, Now, who typically buys and where do they buy? Um, about 95% of the people that are looking for a primary residence, meaning that they're going to get a mortgage and live in the property, those folks are going to be looking online. Um, why are they looking online? Because essentially for them, it doesn't cost them anything. Once seller has agreed to list their home with an agent, that agent's giving up part of their commission to another agent that may have a prospective buyer for the property. So essentially 95% of your home buyers that are looking for homes can have an agent do just about all the work for them, and it doesn't cost them a dime. So which is very beneficial for them. So that only leaves about 5%, if that shop for homes that aren't typically listed on the market with a real estate agent. Um, so that's uh, drastically going to limit the amount of prospective buyers that you have if you decide not to put your house on the market for sale with a real estate agent. But here's where the thing that's really beneficial, or the thing what I really wanted to talk about, why it might be beneficial for you to go ahead and try to sell your house off market. So here's some of the things that you're gonna get, or some of the things that you're gonna gain versus some of the things that you may lose selling your house off market versus selling it on market. Selling it on market, you're typically always going to get the best price for the house, even if it's not what you agreed to put it on the market for. Um, the market is the market. Buyers ultimately dictate what the home is worth. It doesn't matter how much you put into the home. At the end of the day, buyers going to tell you exactly what they're willing to pay for the house, no matter what type of upgrades that you put into the home. So by going on the market, you're typically going to get the always going to get the best price, um, which may not always be every seller's situation. So how do you benefit by selling your house off market? Well, one of the ways that you'll benefit by selling your house off market is you get more control over uh, the sale. Usually, when I say control, you might have a situation where you're looking for another home. You need some occupancy time to stay right where you're at. Um, you may have pets or sick or elderly family members to where you may not want as much foot traffic through the home. Um, you might not just want to pay any commissions or closing costs, um, which is normal. You might just want to straight out offer and say, I don't want to play any games with commissions and do all the back and forth on that. So um, selling your house off market ultimately is going to give you a lot more control over the sale, because you can generally um, you can generally be in more control of the terms and the demands of how you want the sale to go, vice versa. As being on market, there's a traditional process that the buying and selling process that's going to go through. The buyer's going to be held to an appraisal. Um, so even if they wanted to make you $1 million offer, if the house isn't worth $1 million, they ain't gonna be able to buy it for $1 million. So another benefit of selling it off market is generally it's gonna be it's gonna be quicker. It's gonna be cash. So if you find yourself in a situation where you might need to sell a home to get quick cash, maybe going through a divorce, or you just got another business venture or something that you want to get into and you need the cash quick. Um, Generally, selling it off market, most of the time you're going to get a cash offer with a 2 to 3 week close, and generally it's not going to come with any types of appraisal. Buyer probably will want to do their due diligence on it, but that's just about it. So ultimately, you're going to be in more of control of the sale, which for some folks is, ultimately that's what they need. They may want to get top dollar for the home, but house may not be in the type of condition, may not be financeable, or you might basically just not, have the time. So basically, selling your house off market is going to give you more flexibility. It's going to give you more privacy in terms of who's walking through the home, especially during this COVID era. Yes, you will give up. You're going to have to give up a little bit of equity. So selling your house off market, if you're looking to try to get top dollar for the home, I wouldn't recommend looking to try to sell your house off market. You'd probably be more beneficial to go ahead and just put your house on the market with a real estate agent and pay them a commission and let them go ahead and sell it to a buyer that's going to finance it, get a mortgage for the property. But if you're looking for an all cash offer, you control the terms of the sale, then selling it off market might be the best thing for you. And luckily for you, that's exactly what I do. I buy off market properties all day long. So if that's a situation, or if that's an option that you're contemplating, you can get in contact with me. I'd love to sit down with you, have a conversation, and take a tour of the house and make you an all cash offer. See if we can work out a deal. My name's Ryan. I'm a local real estate agent and investor. So if you want to get top dollar for the home, I can also put your house on the market, and we can go that route too. So if you found value in this video, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, follow me on social media.